Okay, we are talking to the mayor of Cranston, Rhode Island, Allan Fung, who's running for governor of the state of Rhode Island. Allan, tough road to hoe to be running for governor as a Republican in Rhode Island.
No, absolutely. You've got one of the bluest states in the nation, but there is a pathway to victory. I've done it. Been the three-term mayor of the third largest city, which is also a blue city, so there is a lot of hope. We've been very successful at the local level, implementing a lot of solid Republican core ideals, particularly with respect to fiscal responsibility. And that's what I want to take to the State House and put people back to work and create a better business environment.
Now, as a person from Massachusetts who would love to have a person like you as governor, what was the case you made to the voters of Cranston to give you the shot to be a mayor of a very democratic city?
And just having that relationship, being out there, listening to them, making sure that they know my plans, what I'm about, who I am. And I started when I was young. My parents owned a Chinese restaurant in the city of Cranston for 35 years. I worked at that restaurant since the age of 9, and just serving the residents of Cranston at that young age, and now serving them as their mayor, doing the right things, being honest. That's been my recipe for success, and watching every taxpayer dollar that goes into our city coffers and make sure we're spending it wisely and for them.
Because you have that history of working in service and the like, has that helped in terms of selling you to voters, saying, you know, I worked at this restaurant for years, I know what it's like to earn to work a job like this?
Absolutely. And that service, serving the public lives in the private sector as a small business owner to, you know, the public sector as mayor, and next hopefully as the state's governor, that matters. People want to be able to relate to your story. People want to be able to relate to what you've done. And I've got a track record where we've helped businesses, small and large, in the city. And we can point to a lot of developments in the central part of the city where we've revitalized and given a facelift to many parts that were once blighted. So that track record of putting people back to work, where over the course of my administration, we've added over 1,000 new jobs into the city. And we need to do that in the state of Rhode Island.
And if you're helping businesses, you're employing people, and those people are able to contribute. I mean, it makes a huge difference.
And it's employers, those business owners, that are the one that should be putting people back to work. The government's role is to make it a better environment so they can succeed and thrive and get people back to work. That's what I've done in Cranston, and this is what I want to do for the state of Rhode Island.
Now, you would seem to me to have one unique advantage among Republicans. Our Democratic friends often try to demonize Republicans as these evil people and so forth. In a state as small as Rhode Island, do you get more of a chance to interface with voters face to face, so that once they meet you, once they know your story, the horns come off, it becomes much harder to turn you into something you're not?
Absolutely. And the ability to just sit across the table from your constituent or any potential voter for you makes a big difference. And once they have that opportunity to shake your hand, learn what you're about, learn who you are, your background, that makes a big difference. And the fact that I have won as a Republican in a partisan election in the third largest city, it makes a difference because people know who I am, they know about my track record, and that helps overcome a lot of those initial fears in a blue state with wearing the Republican label.
And if people want to find out more about your campaign, where should they go?
They can go onto our website, www.fungforgovernor.com.
Thank you very, very much for your time, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.